Namaskaram Andhra Pradesh. ప్రపంచ ప్రఖ్యాత సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ నుంచి తయారు చేద్దాం. Fundamentally it comes down to growth. Zoho has been growing at a rapid pace, particularly in the past year after the launch of our Zoho One suite, the operating system for business. We are seeing tremendous growth, and that of course needs a lot of people then. And we have been looking for expansion in other geographies because we don't want to concentrate everything in Chennai. And space and traffic and a lot of those issues. So that's how this thing came up. And to be honest, Andhra Pradesh was not in our list when we started looking for it. But then I met the Chief Minister Naidu in an event in Silicon Valley, and I was simply blown away by his enthusiasm, his determination, his vision. He said, "You have to invest in our state. You have to be there." And then I started looking at this further, and then I realized this makes a lot of sense for us. And that's how this happened. And it would not have happened without Mr. Naidu's determination, sheer determination. That's what made this happen. I'm simply blown away by the sheer work ethic of everyone from the Chief Minister down in the state, where he sets a relentless pace. He wants investments and job creation in the state. I mean, we had officials following up with us, essentially rolling out the red carpet. What do you need? What could we do for you? And that they set a pace that sometimes we found hard to keep up. In a sense, we would have been, they would have liked us to be there even sooner, but just getting our act together to actually create the location took us a little bit longer. But from the time I met Mr. Naidu in the US to the time when we started the operation, it's about 7 months. And that's just an incredible pace. And the government was fundamentally responsible for enabling us. One phrase I'll summarize it: the government works at the speed of the private sector. In fact, even faster than the private sector, so that I know of. The way decisions get made, and the transparency, and the willingness, they want to go the extra mile to have you there in the state. That's refreshing. I mean, this is from, in India, we are not used to this kind of government that just works. And that's what is most impressive about the AP government. I fundamentally credit Mr. Naidu, the Chief Minister, and Mr. Lokesh, the IT Minister, for this, setting the pace. The access to the talent pool. Andhra Pradesh has one of the largest, in fact, the largest pool of IT and programming talent in all of India. And that's visible wherever you travel. I mean, wherever you travel now, you hear Telugu everywhere. So Andhra Pradesh has the talent pool. And with this dynamic team, I see an incredible opportunity the state has now. And we want to be part of that growth story. That is why we are there. Chief Minister Naidu already has a track record. He essentially willed Hyderabad's IT industry into existence through sheer persistence. And now, in true serial entrepreneurship mode, he is doing the next act, the state of Andhra Pradesh now. And given his track record, I'm extremely optimistic about the way this industry is going to head in Andhra Pradesh, and we want to be part of that growth story. The IT Minister, Mr. Lokesh, I met him 3 times so far, and I'm extremely impressed with his depth of his knowledge of IT. In fact, we often discuss software terminology, everything from AI, deep learning, drones, and APIs for various services. That level of detail we discuss, it's almost like talking to another software entrepreneur. And then you realize he's actually a politician running the IT for a state in India. It's you feel very optimistic about the state. It's in very good hands. So I really am impressed with Mr. Lokesh, and I look forward to working with him and partner with him in the journey for creating a really vibrant industry in the state. We want to be a major part of that. The Andhra Pradesh government, the thing that impressed me is how extensively they leverage IT in their day-to-day operations. The phrase real-time governance really is very appropriate to describe this process, where everything is, they have extensive dashboards going down to the village level to monitor all the vital parameters. Everything from irrigation networks to water to employment generation to healthcare objectives, educational objectives. All of this, and I saw all this, I witnessed it. Mr. Lokesh actually was kind enough to give me a demonstration of all this. I'm simply blown away. I don't believe any government anywhere in India or perhaps even in the world has access to this much data about what is going on. And that data drives decision making. This is really real-time governance at its finest. And this is what is enabling the state to keep ahead now and attract investment from around the world. We chose Tirupati and in particular Renigunda, the suburb of Tirupati, for one reason. We want to be in the next tier of cities. We don't want to put our investment in the major metros in India. They are overcrowded. There's too much concentration of industry, concentration of activity there. And we are pulling people from smaller towns and sending them to these major cities all the time now. This has two effects. One, of course, the smaller towns are robbed of talent. And then the bigger cities get overcrowded, and then we get to complain about infrastructure and pollution and traffic and all of those things, housing problems, all of that. So we at Zoho believe in putting our jobs create our jobs in smaller cities. And Tirupati area actually really is attractive from that perspective. It has really good educational institution. There is the whole district has a good institutions, and it's well networked. It has a good airport, and the highways. The Andhra Pradesh is known for good highways, connectivity, all of this, and housing is affordable, and there is a skill talent pool. All of this is what attracted us to that area. Zoho is at 5,000 employees now, worldwide, approximately about 5,000, and we are growing at a pace where we would add another 5,000 in the next maybe 3 years or even sooner. And we have customers in over 200 countries around the world, and that is the scale and scope of Zoho today, and we are expanding rapidly. We are already the leading software product company in India, from India, and we intend to keep ahead of the competition. And this expansion really helps us keep ahead by having access to an incredible talent pool, allowing us to move faster. I really thank Chief Minister Mr. Naidu and IT Minister Mr. Lokesh for staying so determined to get us there. And they are an inspiration to me. I learned some valuable lessons about our business watching them operate and how much persistence pays off. So I want to thank them personally for inspiring me and getting Zoho to invest there. So thank you.